Guys, Aaron from Ocean Fit in Whitley Bay here. So I thought I'd catch up and I wrote a bit of a blog about how to stay sane in isolation. So some of the fundamentals that you really need. And as you know that recently I've had to go into 2 weeks isolation because my wife got COVID. Now she's a doctor. We genuinely don't have any idea how she could have got it, but she got it, and you know, the law's the law, and I had to stay in for 2 weeks. It kind of takes me to my first point. The first couple of days or the first 24 hours are really hard for me, and the reason being is that obviously I run a studio, I have an online business which wouldn't suffer, the studio wouldn't suffer either, but from my point of view, a lot of people rely on the service that we offer for different reasons: staying fit, mental health, social reasons. Even though you can't socialise like we used to, it's still important to interact with others. And I was worried that, we might not get the sessions covered, or this might happen, or that might happen. And I'm very, very passionate about what I do. And there's a strong reason why I do personal training. That's because I love to help people, get the best out of people, and see people develop and watch them hit those goals. It's not just a job for me, it's much more. So my first point really is coming to terms that you have to stay in for 2 weeks, and there's no ifs or buts about it. You have to stay in. So that's been the hardest thing for me, but once I accepted it, I've kind of embraced it a little bit and started to enjoy it. Number two, definitely for me, someone who never ever stops. It's very rare that you'll find me in the house with very little to do. I never stop, my mind never stops, my body never stops, and I like to be outside moving all of the time. So throughout the summer, I hit probably every kind of goal that I set myself for in the house. I was doing the kitchen, doing the bathroom, decorating. I decorated every room, just kept myself busy. So I've come to this 2 week lockdown and been like, what on earth can I do for myself? And had to think of some things that I really had to do. And one of the things was, develop the online business and download, content from the first lockdown that we had and turn it into content that can be used again today, rather than just keeping it hidden in that group. So that's one of the things I've been working on. But just think about something that you're good at. Like, do you enjoy cross stitching? Get out the cross stitch. Like, I haven't been able to walk the dog. Like, anybody who knows me will know that the dog is everywhere I go, and she's, if I'm in the car, she's in the car. If I go to Morrison's, she comes to Morrison's in the car with me and stuff like that. She goes everywhere I go. So, just keep yourself productive and give your days some purpose. And I'm an early bird. I've been getting up at 5:30 every day and doing a little workout in my front room, then going back to bed for a couple of hours. And one of the things I was worried about, not being able to get up at 6 for the beach. Obviously, I would get up, finding it difficult and not feeling natural to wake up at that time, so I've deliberately been getting up an extra 40 minutes earlier, nearly in fact 50 minutes earlier than I normally would, and been working out and for a good 40 minutes and going back to bed. And what that has done essentially is made my days a lot more pleasant, in terms of what I've been eating and stuff like that, but I'll get onto that. This is something that I have always kind of dipped in and out of, this next point, and that's vitamins. Now, I'm stuck in the house, there's no vitamin D. There's vitamin C, but you're not getting it in all of the ways that you normally would through different kinds of varieties of food. You eat what you've got in, and if you don't have it in, you can't go out and buy it. So I really, I've taken a serious approach to taking vitamins every day. So I've been taking 3 vitamins every day. 3 vitamin C's every day, 2 vitamin D's, and a multivitamin. The vitamin C and D have been from Natural Nutrients. That's what we use in the studio. And the multivitamins, I'm not even sure. I got them free for Hello Fresh box, and I thought I'll use them up. But I'm definitely going to jump onto the multivits that we have in the studio as well, because everything that Natural Nutrients do are fantastic. So I do feel a lot better and a lot brighter myself. I haven't had any kind of moody days. Obviously, I'm stuck in the house. It's easy to get irritable when you're with somebody else all of the time. But yeah, it's definitely kept my spirits up. It's kept me feeling really positive. So this gets me on to point 5, and that is establishing a workout routine. So normally in my week, and the step goal, normally in my week, and this is no exaggeration, every day I'd be hitting on average 20,000 steps. My phone doesn't have like, you need to hit, my watch doesn't have like, you need to hit 10,000 steps today. It averages, so the average is normally 19.5 to 20,500 steps per day that I'm hitting. So I'm normally coming up about, on a Sunday I do about 8,000 steps and it brings it down. But normally I'm getting about 24,000 steps in every day, moving around. So yeah, so that I've really suffered. I mean, on the first day it said I did 2,000 steps, and I thought, oh my god, I can't do this. Like, this is insane. But after speaking to friends and that and saying, Aaron, don't look at your steps. Just what can I do about it? Stay in control of the controllables, and it's not something I can control. I can walk around the house until my feet are blue, but it has encouraged me to get up more and move around more. So I set myself the goal of 10,000. The staple 10,000, which I still think is quite low, really. And I've been making sure that I'm hitting that every day. So it kind of gives me a purpose to move around a lot more. But yeah, in my normal week, I jump into I like to do 3 sessions in the studio. So that's at Ocean Fit. Half an hour, 45-minute sessions. That could be fit camp or group PT. I try to get in about 12 miles of running a week. I find it harder to run at the moment with everything going on. But I brought myself some lovely new running shoes for on the other side of this. But yeah, 12 miles of running a week and 3 Muay Thai sessions. So Muay Thai is something I've really got into since August, and it's something I've been looking to do for years. I finally swapped my running kind of schedule for the Muay Thai, and I feel a lot better for it. I'm really, 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 really enjoying it. So yeah, I was a little bit gutted at the beginning of all of this that I'm going to lose a lot of fitness, and with the Muay Thai comes technique and skill, and I've really been working hard on that. But it'll come back. It'll come back bigger, faster, harder, stronger. I just can't wait to get outdoors and exercise again. So that I work out. I do 7 hard workouts a day, and then you've got my steps on top, and that's not including the weights I move around for everybody. So staying in the house is hard. So give yourself a focus. This is no hard sell at all, but I've got some fantastic programs on the Ocean Fit Online website that you guys could purchase. Regardless of that, on the YouTube channel, I've been posting free workouts every day for people to use. I've done a couple myself as well. Even clients, Gemma Hood from FitCam, she's written me a workout to do, Aaron's isolation workout, which I'm going to do on Sunday. And I'm a little bit worried because it looks quite tough, but it's the kind of stuff that I would give out. So yeah, I need a good challenge. I'm going to do that on Sunday, either in here or outside. Can you see the rat's tail? Oh my god, you can't see, but that's his little body there. He looks lovely. They're lovely boys. Anyway, point 6 is realise what's important to you, and I've written down a few things, and they might sound very, very selfish, but I've got exercise, running, Muay Thai, staying fit, travel, and working. And now my wife will tell you, I live to work. I absolutely love my job. It's not a job at all. I do 14-hour shift, bang, like that. They go so quick. I love meeting people, work with people. Everything about, from 6 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. Physical activity, I just love. It's what I'm meant to do, which has been one of the hardest things. I'm not doing a job that I absolutely resent. So that's a hard thing to kind of come to terms with, is that I'm kind of, my work is in terms of my life. But yeah, I love exercise and running and just staying fit and being outdoors. And travel's a really important thing, and nobody can travel at the moment, so you've just got to kind of bite the bullet. But yeah, so what's important to you? I should have family and friends on there, but you can't see your family at the moment. And if my family weren't important, then I'd be going to visit them. I'd be around the house, knocking on the door and inviting myself in. It's important if that I don't need to see my family at the moment. If I don't see my family now, then maybe I can see them a little bit more in the future. That's kind of what I'm saying. But we can stay in touch by text, message, whatever. and luckily we're allowed to meet outdoors, so it's enough. And number 7, it's not really a point, but this is just a great reality check. You know, I thought I would really hate this, but I've kind of really embraced it and enjoyed it, and had some fun with it. And you know, it's been good to have a bit of a rest. And I've always joked, oh God, I'd love 2 weeks off just to kind of focus on stuff. And the rat are eating some. I will admit that I haven't focused on stuff quite as much as I would have liked to, but I've still tried my hardest to do that, in terms of I wanted to really reformat some of the Ocean Fit online, and do a bit of this and do a bit of that. But when it comes to it, you know, you're just shattered. It's tiring doing nothing, but I've definitely made the most out of a bad situation for sure. You know, like I carved this pumpkin today. The candle's gone. Oh, it's hot in there. The candle's gone out on it. Yeah, and I just can't wait to get out and walk the dog. And you know, it's what I love doing best. And I've spent, I know it sounds really daft, but I've spent loads of time with these guys, just making sure that, you know, they've had loads of, you know, the very, very, very clever animals, and I give them a lot of time. But yeah, they've had loads of attention from me the past couple of weeks. So yeah, guys, that kind of just wraps things up. And you know, the biggest thing I want to kind of give to conclude is, you know, this is something, it's not personal, although it can feel very personal, especially when you're self-employed like me. You get no help, you get no grant, you get no funding, you get no furlough. You know, you just kind of told to like it and lump it, and it's the way it is. That's the most frustrating part, you know. But you know, you've got to do it to keep, you know, everybody else safe and happy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, cheers guys, subscribe, like it, whatever you want to do, and you guys have a great weekend.